It is September 28, 2025, and I had to recording an episode because in yesterday or in the night the prophet of the LDS church died, and I thought before that it was the oldest person that become prophet in the church, but I was wrong. And Russell Marion Nelson, he was 101 years old when he died. So he was the oldest prophet the church have had, and his line is going into Denmark, and I know that he is in my family tree because in the old time they were living in Sweden, and I have related people from that is spread to Denmark, England, and this. So we are connected to each other very much. And what I was talking about first, it was that I was wrong about how they suggest a prophet in the church, and that is not of the age. It is how long they have been apostle in the church, and those 12 apostles that is in the church, and the oldest of them, not the oldest of age, but the one that have been there the longest, will be the prophet of the church. But I can't count it out because I don't know how long they have been in those 12 apostles. But we will know it soon. And so that is why I started to recording here. But then I have also a question, thinking about this when I was when I am like this, there is disturbing in the spirit way. And when I was hypnotized in 2018, and I have placed that recording from the hypnosis on here, and but it is in Swedish because I wanted to make it in English, but Dan that hypnotized me, he wanted to take it in Swedish, so I have to do that. And but I am going to talk about it because I have told you a little about what I was talking about in the hypnosis, that I come to heaven, and then was it this energy that looked like a woman sitting there, and She said that I was allowed to go into the future first. It's important to know the order of how she did it. She say that this is your future. And I opened the door, and there were standing a crowd of people. And it was a very long, very tall man standing. It's like a little hill it was. And then I saw it was about 10 children that was there with him. And this is what I was thinking about today, that I couldn't see how they look like. Like it is with this alien also, that I can't see how they look like in their face. And those people that was there on the hill, they were in gray, light gray, very light gray, almost to white. And Dan asked me, do you know who they are? He asked me. And I say that this is my future, so I have not met them yet. And then I think Dan did a little sight, like how stupid I am, like that, to ask me that. Because I say, this energy woman, she pointed out a door, and she say, here is your future, she told me. And then after I have been in that door, then I could go into another door, and there were heaven, and there were people standing at the door, and I could see how they looked like in their face. They were very clear for me. And then they were singing. And then later on, when after some years, an angel came and she told me that they were not singing. Their heart was singing of joy, happiness. So you can see how it will be one day when you come to heaven, that it's be very joyful happiness that you are there. They will welcome you. But in every time I say positive things about heaven, I tell you also in the same time that you can't force it. You can't make a suicide to get there. You have to wait for the calling of God to call you. I had to drink water, and because that, like I say that it's a little disturbing things here in the spirit way. And today I think I understand it, because that was the future that is not here on earth. It is spirits in heaven that I saw, and those spirit is those that is here today and talking to me. But when I was in hypnosis, that was 2008 in the spring, and in that time I had not got any spirits talking to me very much like it have been now, because I moved in here in this apartment 2020. So it took almost 2 years to move in here, and the spirit started to come. So it was my future there, and still there is some spirits that is coming, and I don't see how they look like, and that is also when it's come on about UFO, that I can't see them. It's up on them if they want to make me see them. I can't do anything about it. That is their will. So I can't ask them to show themselves. Sometimes I say that you can help me by showing me a picture, and then they do that, and that is the closest I can get them to show up, really, so I know who they are. But I am not so much close to my relatives and sisters. I don't know what I had before in 2016 when in Jerusalem they told me to do my DNA. And after I did my DNA, I start to understand. In 2016, I didn't have any I didn't want to know my DNA. I was not interested in my relatives. Some of my relatives did my mother tell me about a little, but I was not interested to know. Before in Jerusalem I heard from the Spirit that I should do my DNA. And now I know very much. Last episode I told you what I have come to know about this, that I have connection in Africa. And now it was this a woman that was working for NASA that had done those programs for NASA, and that was on my mother's side, and on my father's side I have this. Now I have forgot it, but I think it was this with art. Now I know, camera, that my father had always with him a camera, and that was not a common thing in 1930 like that. He had a camera, 1930. That was very early. And my mother told me that she was watching a movie, a private movie, and then suddenly she saw someone coming up from the water, and she saw herself coming up from the water, and she told me she was only 18 years old when she saw her moving on a film. And my mother was born 1910, so the one that have this film camera did that 1928, so that was very early. But my parents grew up in a wealthy family, so they always had money, and that's why it's so rare that I have no money at all. But I have not walking the same walk as them. I have walk and follow God and follow those in the future that will also soon be here. They are on their way to come, and you will see them, the aliens that I have met many times. And it's not only one place that they have showing up, the aliens, because they were in Texas when I was married. They also come there. So it can take a half year, and then suddenly they find me. And I know how they find me, because one time in 2005, like that, I wake up and the whole ceiling was full of light, and I only say inside my brain, they are here. I say that. For some reason, I don't know, I say that to myself, they are here. And then I be locked in my brain. And in my brain I saw a computer screen, and it was 2005, so that was DOS, DOS was it, program, and it was a blue background screen, and then white letters and numbers, and it was someone typing to me on that screen that I can't do it anymore, and then it come no words, it come only a mix of numbers and letters mixed. So it was nothing I could read. It was like the computer be blocked and locked out. And in that time I saw this light, and it come, and I understood that they were there to change that computer screen was not working anymore, so they have to change it inside my brain. So I come to know that they have some kind of signals to my brain, and now when I'm talking, I take it together with this knowledge that before that, in 1994, I wake up and there was some beings that have opened up my skull and was in my brain, and it was this energy, mother energy, and I told them, because they have taught me how to talk to them. So I couldn't talk to them by moving my mouth or my body. I had to talk to them in telepathy. So I say that I was awake and saw them, and then they locked me out again. But I know this this is together with each other, that they did something in my brain 1994 when I wake up, and they place in something in my brain, and then in 2005 like almost 10 years later, that what they place in my brain was not working anymore. So I knew that those two things that happened, and then I understood, because when I moved to Texas, then I didn't have any visit for about a half year, and then suddenly they come again, so they find me. So they have this, and then I have on my on Facebook, I have a site where I have written about my alien UFO meetings, and there I have a picture. I think I have a picture still on my computer here, so I can place it in the covering of this episode, and so you can see it. But it was in 2005, and I wake up of something in the air come, like a match, a flame, come to my bed and go down in my bed and hit my knee. And it was evidence for me, because I have to go up because it was bleeding on my knee, and place clean it up and place. Now I can't say anything today. A covering of the bleeding wound, so I could lay back in my bed. And then I don't know these years, but I think it was about 2006, and more 2015, like that. And it was suddenly I got something under my foot, and in the skin, it looked like a circle, like a spaceship, if you say so, under my skin. And it was just under the skin, so I was open up my skin on my own and took it out. What come out? It was a black circle, hard circle that have been in my body and then suddenly want to come out. I had this match flame coming in on my left knee, but it come out on my right, under my right foot. So it have going around in my body. And so I took it out, and as I did it on my own, did I break it? But I think in the picture that you can see it's a circle under my foot, and it's not that it was not that it had been coming from the outside. Because it was not a hole in the skin. It was something laying under the skin that had been inside my body. So this is, they follow me, that I know that, and I haven't known that for a long time. They have followed me because they want to take me to in this path that I should live in and walk in, for to then in the end could maybe I hope so that they want me to tell you about everything what have been, so you can understand that they are there. They are living creatures, but they are coming from out of space, and they coming. They can walk around us, and we don't see them because they look like us. And now it's more about this with the drones. Today they're talking more and more that the drones is coming from the water. It's not coming flying from Russia, as they say. It's on boats and coming over the military places we have here in Nordic country, and most is it in Denmark. In Denmark it seems, but I think Denmark is more like they are open about it and not hide it, because we have not heard from Norway, because there they were in Norway also, but it seems like they have locked it in and hide it. But the Danish Prime Minister, he talking open about it, and now today it says that Germany is going to help Denmark to make some machines that make drones that could fly into Denmark, and then they told today, for you that doesn't have any news from this part of the world, that they are going to have 1 week where it's not allowed to fly drones in private, because then they can see who is it that disturb, that is not a Danish license. You need to have license to fly those drones, and those people are not allowed 1 week for the Danish government to see who it is that flying on the airports. And that is a good idea if those crazy people that are always crazy people that are doing their own way of life and flying drones anyway, but they can at least take out the most of those private drones, and 1 week, and in that week it's going to be a conference, Europe conference. So they think that the drones is going to be over Denmark because it's top political people is coming to Denmark. And today also have it been drones over Denmark. They say 600 drones, and that is very much. I think it's not Russia at all. I don't think that they have enough to do with those countries around them. Denmark is close, but not so very close. So it's very strange. But it's only time will tell, always. So this is my report about this day. Sunday is it today, September 28, 2025. And God bless you.